I mean, right now, a lot of people blame Boeing, but the reality is that, and I'm not trying to get a Boeing sponsorship with this at all, but like what I'm trying to say is that Boeing makes most of the airplanes. They make a huge, like what part, like for example, like let me actually look at what percentage, let me look this up. What percentage of market share does Boeing have? Boeing have in the commercial airline business? Let me see what this is, right? Because I'm actually not 40%, the global commercial airplane market share, right? With Airbus dominating around 60%. So like when you have 40% of all the planes that exist are made by Boeing, 40% of the crashes, I mean, honestly, I do have to say, it's kind of an Airbus W though, right? Because I haven't heard of an Airbus one crashing out for a while. And so like really, yeah, and they even have a bigger thing, but like again, it's still too small of a it's too small of a sample size to draw, I think, really a conclusion. So you're gonna have to wait and find out, see if it was pilot error, see if it was an engine failure. How do engine failures like that happen, right? I mean, is it a defective part? Is it something that was done at manufacturing? Was there a safety protocol that wasn't followed? There's so many different examples of things that it could be, and it's hard to know which one it is, right? And so, yeah, pilot error for the 14th crash in a row. Well, I mean, that's what I would guess, right? I mean, I would usually guess that it's pilot error and it's not some kind of like crazy, weird conspiracy, but who the fuck knows? So, yeah. And what's this here? Old planes being retrofitted to compete with Airbus. Instead of making new technology and new planes, they just Frankenstein the old ones and hope nothing bad happens. Yeah, I mean, like, it wasn't that long ago. I feel like the first time I flew to BlizzCon, me and Zach went over there, and, you know, it was like me, Zach. Honestly, it was like everybody was over there, but, like, there was the plane that we were in, and they still had a fucking, they had it welded shut at this point, but you could see, like, this is the ashtray. It's like, this is from whenever you used to smoke on planes. When the fuck was that? Like 1975? Like, goddamn. And so, like, yeah, 787 is new. Yeah, no, I'm serious. They had that, and this was like 2017, and they still flying around with this flimsy ass shit. 1993. So the first time that I ever flew, like, how many of you guys are like 30 and over, right? And you remember whenever flying was like, cause now, like you got them ratchet ass Spirit Airlines, Frontier, PvP server airplanes. It's like that shit doesn't even need to crash. People are crashing out inside of the plane. And so you got all this shit happening. But back in the day, it was not like that. I'll tell you this, airplanes were a big deal. Airplanes were like, oh man, you're flying around. And I remember they even gave you, how many of y'all remember they would give you them little pilot wings, right? Whenever you was a little kid, like even I got one, right? And I was like 5 years old. Do y'all still remember that? Yeah, and so it was such a big deal, and they would even give you stickers for like places that you would go to. They would treat it as like, you know, like in WoW, where like you like explore an area, like you explore Westfall, right? And it's like you get the achievement, bro. Like people would have like their bags, and they'd have their achievement points on their bags, and like they would have like, yeah, we've been to Dallas, we've been to Hawaii, we've been to like, you know, Maui or something like this, right? And like all this other shit, yeah, quest achievements, exactly. And like airplanes used to be a big deal, and I think that in about, I would say 2010, airplanes became more accessible to the, you know, lower middle class, right? And like now you have pretty much anybody that can get on like it's basically a bus that flies. And, you know, you can get on a plane ticket for like $100. And so it's, especially if you're not bringing anything with you. It's not true. Yeah, it is. It is absolutely true. I was there. And so, yeah, and it was 21 after this. Yeah, I don't know. And police search Boeing 787 whistleblower found dead on Telegraph. No, I know that Boeing whistleblowers have died. But all I'm saying is that, like, am I crazy for saying that I think that we need to wait just at least a little bit more, right, before you just immediately go and say, damn, Boeing, I guess all the planes are crashing, right?